Add a marker in so that part's not in the editing. Okay, so we have beat the warrior. I've got a bunch of stuff to sell. We're now at the final side quest. That's actually, yeah, it does. But end of the day, I'm trying not to worry about it too much, just because it's just like it's out of my hands. You know what I mean? Like, can I do something about it or can't I? And like either way, it's like what happened happens.
Always happy to do business with a vault hunter. Thanks for the scratch. Good luck.
So I believe this slaughter dome is full for robots.
Yep. Hyperion slaughter dome. So corrosive /.
If I didn't just move, I'd probably say you full amount, but this move kicked you. Hey dude, like I said, I don't expect anything from anyone. I really don't. Like the fact that you've seen there was £5 in there, like that's appreciated enough, I think. Luckily enough, another thing that's happened recently with all that, my mum, who struggles for money herself, went and took £40 out of her pocket to pay the vet bill. So just like, people are helping, and I don't expect anyone to help. At the end of the day, it's not their problem, you get what I mean? It's like, I am not your problem to deal with, so why should I expect help or anything like that? It's just, it's how I've been brought up, and any help is always appreciated. So don't worry about, like, you can't give money, because I don't expect you to give money, you know what I mean? What level are these guys?
Oh, I'm not checking.
29. Not too bad. Get some free. Oh gee!
Okay, see.
Dude! Thank you so much! Life sucks. I have to help when needed, so need to pay it for. Thank you so much, dude. Seriously, it means the world. It really does.
Look, guys, why don't you do me a favour and flack off?
Not a lot, but I hope every penny helps. Every penny, seriously. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
AoE, this thing's got to just annoy this shit.
Well, I'll let you go up, turn in, grab the next one. And I will
Lift
down.
going up. Doors opening. You up for some conference call farming there?
Probably after I've done all my editing and stuff. Obviously, I plan to do all that afterwards because I need to get caught up with like this week's of streams.
I just don't really want to come off the save if I'm gonna.
Hmm? You want to come off today if what?
I don't want to come off to come back on due to the fact I have 243 stack.
There's nothing like. You can keep the game.
I can leave the save.
I'd say I can keep the game open and everything. Just
I can keep myself in sanctuary. That's alright.
yeah, like say I want to do editing and everything afterwards.
Yeah, that's fine, dude.
And by the way, when you say it's not a lot, that is it to me £1 is a lot. You know what I mean? It's coming out of your pocket. Keep moving forward. As long as you're moving forward, it's harder to stop you. Exactly. If it's meant to be, every step forward you take is a step closer to home.
Dirty bastards.
Do you guys own or rent? Rent. But luckily enough, we actually have a fantastic deal with our rent, with the landlord. Our rent originally was a 175 a month. But after living here for a year and paying the rent on time for a year, the landlord lowered it to 350. And it's a 3-bedroom house. So like, the deal we have is fantastic compared to like what else we get. I mean, Dark can tell you from where we live, like getting 350 for a 3-bedroom house, that's unreal. And like, my landlord is spot on for that. The only downside of my landlord, when it comes to housework, he does jack shit. That's when I call upon Dark. Dark is my landlord of the housework department, basically.
Pretty much.
Dark, need some shelves putting up. Dark, I need some walls done.
See, I don't mind, because every now and again you get the occasional I'll destroy shit.
Can you move in? Well, that's a very expensive move there, OG. I mean, from America to England. I mean, are you sure you want to be involved in our politics?
We basically just put ourselves back in the dark ages.
We don't know yet. I mean, one thing that's definitely sure from all this stuff is Theresa May is stubborn. I had a friend who tried to move to the UK and they declined her due to having autoimmune disease. What's autoimmune disease?
First of all, disabled.
Yeah, just needing vision and you're back in the dark age. The worst part is, right, your body attacks itself. Oh. Sure, I know someone else that's got that in the UK. And if I do know someone, it may be a family member. It thinks your normal cells are bad cells. I don't feel like I know someone else who's got that. You can't move into the UK with any known major health conditions. Basically what they're trying to say at that point is then, if you've got a major health condition that you can get medical treatment for as it's major, you can't come to the UK and get it for free. Because we've got, obviously, what's it called again? What's our free health thing?
NHS?
That's it, the NHS.
Help over here!
And then, turns out, the NHS is not as free as people think, by the way. I found
Oh,
out.
hell no.
I found out the other day. So one of the things is like, one of the biggest things I hear about America when they go for a job type thing is like, oh, we get free dental care and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool in that. As far as I'm aware, over here in the UK, because the NHS and that, we get it for free. Found out even when you're on benefits, which is basically where when you're on benefits in the UK, you get a lot of freebie stuff because life is kind of like, well, you can't afford this, so we'll help you out type deal. Even when you're on benefits, you've got to pay for dental. And it's like, they're like, oh yeah, but if you're on benefits and you go to an NHS dentist compared to like a private dentist, it's cheaper. I looked up these prices. Like, say for example, the price, I can't remember the exact pricing, but I remember how much it was lower by. Say if the price of getting a tooth removed was £100, right? The price the NHS with benefits would get you is 90. It's like, wow, thanks for the help, you saved me a tenner.
Yeah, some of it starts paid off in the long run, but then it's just downhill.
It's better than paying 200. True, but it's just like when they're saying they're meant to be helping, it doesn't sound much like help. But also in the US, things are in fluctuations that 200 will be 2,000 here with no help. Is this a 3 or a 5 wave? It's a 5 wave, isn't it?
Yeah, 5
Inflation.
Yeah.
Inflated. I got there in the end. This shotgun is just so beastly.
Getting really hard to get stuff.
With 200, there would be like 2,000 or even 20,000 here just because of no reason. Where are you flying off to? Where's it? Oh, he's back. My shotgun is doing enough damage on its own. I'm literally just using guns there to get my ammo back. Did I ever hear about Albion Online? No. Can't say I have to ring about it. It's the newest MMO that was paid to play, now it's free to play as of this week. Ooh. PC and mobile. Mobile? What? Come again? $300 stacks. Yeah. Well. Oh my god, just go away, you annoying pests. I have a reference code if you want to try it. Give me the rundown of it. What's it like? Fantasy, sci-fi, classes. It's very grindy though. You have to use an axe to level it up. What? Oh, you have to use an axe in order to level up the axe type thing. You can be any class, right? I'm trying to weaken them first, but I'm not trying to kill them.
Oh shit.
There is a tree base on usage, so if you want to use plate, you wear plate to level it, right? You create plate to level the crafting of it. Sounds very survivalist. Is there magic and stuff, or...? Just so I can kind of get an idea of the world and that. You can switch whenever. Definitely sounds like something I maybe want to look into. Yes, there's casters, druids, mages.
You know how to please a crowd.
Definitely want to maybe give this a look into them. Especially with something free to play. I mean, can't knock it till you try it. Tell you what I've been watching a lot of recently, out of nowhere. It was on one of my random YouTube recommendation video things, and I had to start watching a bunch of them. Rust.
Just realised that robot sits there saying sick.
You have to use the tier prior to the level to get the next tier. So to get so like tier 2 planks with tier 3 to with tier 3 logs to make tier 3, and so on and so on. Okay. Definitely sounds different. Isn't there an MMO coming out soon? It might already be out actually, where it's a very weird one. You play as a character, you live in the world.
Alright, quick bio.
You meet a wife, have kids, your character eventually grows old and dies, and then you start playing as your kid, and you gotta keep going on that cycle. I'm sure I heard about an MMO like that. I don't know if it's still in the works, or it's released yet, or... what the fuck? Yeah, it was this MMO, like, oh, it was really weird. Like, you literally, you start in the world, you got yourself a partner, and you just went out and did stuff like you go and give yourself a job, type thing. Like it was like, it's not like completely modern day. What chat am I in? Oh, I'm in a private one right now just because it's Borderlands. I mean, group 1 of your Discord. If you give me a moment, like, we're not going to be too far away from the end here.
Hard. Wait, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
I am just getting started.
Invite me. Like I say, it's just for the pro. I'll leave right after. Right, okay. We can do this without communicating. I'll be right back there. You're in group 1, you say. Group 1 of the white bombs? Just go in general. Whoop. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. That's what I want. Sorry about your face! Just writing if you chat now, I'll leave. I was going to say about... Gotta find your name. Well, that's interesting to know. We're probably not friends on Discord. Ow! Okay. Thank you. Send your friend request on Discord. So find Johnny, invite your friends to a group.
I stopped shooting things so I can help you.
Necromancer angry.
There we go. Why can't I move? Oh, shit. Is it letting you carry on? Or has it failed?
No, carry on, but no enemies are coming near me to get back up.
This is the perfect time if I was playing as Maya.
Nah, they all fucked off.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So you can basically you can be anything you want. You can be a caster, you can be a melee, you can be a tank, you can be whatever. But the only way that you like level it up is by using whatever you're using. So if you want to level as a caster, you just use all the caster stuff and you keep leveling it and making it, and you can make more. But if you, like, let's say you get up to like tier 5 caster and you want to be a tank all of a sudden, you'd have to go back to tier 2.
Right.
And then use all the melee stuff to level that up. And then, like, so when you want to get the different woods, or like, there's fiber, wood, metal, and stone. So if you want to, you have to.
Hello?
I hear myself, which is really weird.
That better?
No, it's like replaying my voice back to me. Hold on. Oh, I'm hearing you on stream. I was hearing myself on stream. So like if you want to get like the next tier wood, then you have to gather wood to be able to get the next tier, and then you have to make the tools and study the tools to get to the next tier of tools. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like, do you remember old school World of Warcraft when you have to like punch stuff to level up your punching?
No, actually wasn't play old school World of Warcraft.
Okay.
It sounds very similar to something like RuneScape, which is like.
Probably, I don't know. There's only like 25 quests, which turns a lot of people off. There's not a lot of questing.
It sounds more like the type of game. It's not about the quest. It's more about your adventure in the game.
Yeah. There is like dungeons and stuff. It's interesting.
Definitely sounds it. Like it's something I definitely want to have a look at.
The thing that irritates me is that like if you want to have your gathering materials with you, you have to go like from each city. Like the banks aren't linked, so you have to go and like bring it from city to city to city. Because you can only do like so many tiers. Like you only do like tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 in one city. So to go to a higher tier, you have to go to another city to, like with better merchants. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's
progress in the world.
Yeah, and move your stuff with you and stuff like that. Like in like your carry weight is greater with the mount. As long as you're within the circle of the mount, it doesn't despawn, and you can carry more. But if you walk away from your mount and you're overweight, then you stop moving until you summon your mount back.
That just sounds irritating.
I mean, it's not that bad. You just gotta keep the mount with you. So like you go from tree to tree to tree with your mount. As long as it's summoned and near you, you hop back on it really fast. You have to kill like wolves for a type of hide. You have to kill boars for another type of hide. You have to. It's pretty interesting. You have to go to certain zones for certain materials.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's odd, but I don't know.
It definitely doesn't sound like the norm, which makes it interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely different, and it's also like because it's mobile already, it's like a top-down MMO, which is odd. I've never played it on my cell phone yet, so I'm trying to download it. It's not, you can't download it from the store, you have to download it from their website directly.
That's fair enough. I mean, not exactly yet or something.
Well, it was pay to play, and now it's free to play. But if you want like perks, you have to pay for premium. But you can do it for free. Their servers got overloaded with the first Like, this is the first week it's free to play, and it went from like 40 people per zone to like 500 people per zone, so it's super laggy right now. But only like dungeons and stuff is really affecting. Like, just gathering and stuff doesn't really affect you. There is quite a bit of PvP, so there's like red zones where you can fight people.
Oh, avoiding those.
So to get higher tier of stuff, you have to go with groups. So you join a guild, and you go with groups, and you could gather higher end materials. You can't just like venture off by yourself. So it's pretty interesting.
Definitely sounds it, like you say. It's different compared to like every room and more right now, where it's just like do the quest, go do the quest, continue the story, the end of the story, right? Do my quest, do dungeons, do raids. It's just like,
Yeah,
I'm sick of this too.
the last quest goes, it's like forge your own story. So it like kind of like just sets you off on your own. And then you get keys, and with the keys you can get, like, if you do have the premium, then you can get certain things. Like I can get a Black Panther, and I get 600,000 keys, and you get like 5 or 6 keys per gathering node, or killing stuff you get like 12 keys, shit like that. It's really interesting. It's not basic at all. It's just very grindy.
A lot of quests, a lot of animals can be like that though.
I don't know, this is like worse than Destiny and Warframe and all the grindy games.
I almost don't find Warframe grindy.
A lot of people do. The premium's only $10 a month, which is not bad.
Pretty standard MMO pricing.
Yeah.
I mean, most MMOs are 14 right now. $14.99.
Yeah, there's nothing I could do to help you there, mate. You were going down so quick, I was trying to get to you.
Yeah, it's fine. Keep getting annihilated.
The problem right now is that there's so many people gathering stuff that it's like hard. It's not really hard to get stuff, but it's like you have to actually look.
Quite a happy ending.
Last round.
And then when you want to do what I was trying to explain is like, if so, let's say you're on tier 4 materials, right?
Right.
You have to gather tier 3 to get tier 4. Because you have to combine tier 3 and tier 4, like the process of the tier 3 with the unprocessed tier 4 to make the tier 4.
Yeah. So I'm getting see that'll work its way back. So you're gonna eventually do tier 1 with tier 2 to get tier 3, then tier 3 and go all the way up.
Yeah. So it's not like you gather stuff and then you're done with it. Like you gotta go back and get it. And there's a marketplace, so all your extra stuff you sell on the market and make silver, and you can use silver to pay for the premium.
Oh, so you can actually use the in-game currency to put real life stuff.
Yeah.
Stand erect and prepare for combat.
How I do?
Level 34.
Well, they're matching us now.
Accuracy's overrated.
Jesus Christ.
They're hitting you hard.
The explosion notice is sneaking up behind me.
Down.
Like that.
You are a mean machine.
I kill it as I go down.
So, how you doing?
You good?
I'm good. Just realising there's 7 waves to this one.
RPG loaders.
Pain in the butt is what they are.
No, your DLT got it. Oh.
So I know you said you needed 110 by the 25th. When did you need the rest of it by?
End of the month.
Oh, so just 5 more days after that.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Another there.
Oh, there's also, you get a private island. If you have premium, you can purchase a private island and then you can make a house.
What am I for?
Well, because you can play your housing. And then you can grow stuff. So, like, you can grow horses or raise horses. You can raise ox. You can raise a bunch of stuff. And you can have a farm. And play your housing. Instead of open player housing, it's private player housing.
Doctor is not stopping.
Yo, super badass after super badass. You're dying, you see enough though.
I'm slagging them alive.
Constructor.
Oh shit.
Another one.
Got the turret. No one asked you, Alexa.
That's freaking fine.
This could be beginning of something awesome.
Are you doing ammo?
Running low of SMG ammo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, corrosive. I'm picking stuff up as I go along, but
You're looking at my ammo's doing fine thanks to Gunzerker though.
Now you know why I run Gunzerker most of the time. You never run out of ammo.
You are halfway there.
Yeah, I'm 200 out of 1200 out. SMG ammo.
Anybody need healing?
Mainly because of them. Death Trap, get them.
Death Trap just scared the shit out of me again.
Why?
Well, I just turn around, there's a robot and we're fighting against them, aren't we?
Getting bombarded with jet loaders now.
The anarchy.
No, I've seen that.
I did not want to see that.
What?
Out of ammo on the SMG.
Oh, no.
Run, 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 run. I found ammo. Come on, Death Trap. You're going nowhere. Oh, I love him.
Oh, that's a ship coming in. Well, I've dealt with everyone from that ship.
Using a sniper as an SMG. Gotta love the Dolph. Have you heard this thing fire?
Yes, I have been doing it. Oh no, I see you. Cap, thanks for that host. Just much appreciated, my dude. How you doing? Can we get a mixer shout out for Cap, please, Vagabond?
Keep going. Do not stop. Do not stop.
Nope, that's
Badass constructor.
What?
Badass constructor.
Meh, another day, man. Thank you very much. If you're not already going for a Cap over on Mixer, amazing streamer over there. There's a plenty of amazing streamers over there. And they were all streamers, we're all going for the same goal. All big, one happy family.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a hand. This is not going well.
I'd say he looks like he's tanking. Came in just in time to cut when I came for a minute.
Jesus Christ, let me get up.
Well, Death Trap has got your shields up. I'm about to go down.
There.
Oh, there we go.
Dude, look how many there is.
I fool!
I'm gone.
No. This has to be the last thing of the wave. Oh my god, there's even turrets above.
I'm dead. I'm stuck in a hole, help. Quick!
No!
You squished me!
Sorry, I'm a bit fat.
Taste it. Die!
Just dropped 755,000 apiece. We got a little behind the payment after my move up north. Got the phone payment work to give me time on it, but the refund was still up at 4 AM. Now I'm working through that process, but being told that they may not release today, even though I paid them their money. Oh, football. Sounds like you're as much shit as I am.
Dude, when they go for a repo, they're freaking ruthless. I went out to the car when the repo man showed up, and I was like, I have the cash in my hand right now. He's like, the company doesn't have it, so it doesn't count. And repoed the car. And then trying to get it back is even a bigger bitch.
Can you see where I'm shooting from, by the way, Lumus? There was a small little gap under where you could get see through. When we go up, I'll show you. Oh, I'm still full.
And you got to pick up your kid at 3:30 PM today? That's not good. Let's go turn this in.
Yeah, up here. There. I was killing shit through there.
Yeah, when that super badass constructor landed, there was like turrets on this platform and everything, dude. Like, they were everywhere.
Well, that constructor you were spreading too across it, I got a good few crits on that.
Slag sniper rifle we just got.
Jesus enchante us est la whatever that last word says.
See you real soon, sure.
Just had an email in hand stating that the project was approved and I should have time. They started loading it up and drove off. Not going well for you, Cap.
Last question, Sanctuary. Oh, that's the boss, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the boss one, but even then we'll fast travel over the Sanctuary.
Repo people are ruthless, man. They don't care. They don't get paid if they don't pick up the car, so.
Yeah, Reaper men get paid on commission, don't they? Like what they do.
When they bring in the car, yeah.